It seems that the relationship between Jonathan Majors and Meagan Good isn't the fairy tale romance they've made it out to be. According to comedian Katt Williams, things are extremely toxic between Jonathan and Meagan. Given the drama that has surrounded their relationship, it's not hard to imagine that Katt might be onto something. He first called out Jonathan during his controversial interview on Club USA in January, but now he has more to say, alleging that Jonathan has been abusive towards Meagan. So what's really going on? Does Katt have evidence to support his claims? Or is he just trying to bring down another black man, as Dave Chappelle has suggested? Let's dive into this. Meagan Good and Jonathan Majors' relationship has been in the spotlight recently, but attention on them isn't new. Jonathan's love life has been under scrutiny since his arrest for domestic violence against his then-girlfriend, Grace Jabari. Meagan, meanwhile, has been in the public eye due to her divorce from her ex-husband, Devon Franklin. Unlike typical celebrity breakups, Meagan and Devon's divorce was surprisingly drama-free. They even broke the news with a united front, issuing a joint statement on Instagram. They said, "After much prayer and consideration, we have decided to go into our future separately, but forever connected. We celebrate almost a decade of marriage together and a love that is eternal. There is no one at fault. We believe this is the next best chapter in the evolution of our love. We are incredibly grateful for the life-changing years we've spent together as husband and wife." People spent weeks trying to figure out what went wrong between them. If there was one couple everyone thought would last, it was Meagan and Devon. Despite much speculation, the real reasons behind their split remained unclear, leading to various conspiracy theories, from infidelity to questions about Devon's preferences. Despite all the rumors, Devon and Meagan handled their separation with grace online. There were no messy accusations or blame games, just a lot of unanswered questions. While Devon posted a tearful photo on Instagram, captioning it, "With a heartfelt message about starting the new year with honesty," Meagan chose to focus on the positive aspects of their separation. Meagan posted, "2021, you brought me the highest life-changing, affirming highs and the lowest gut-wrenching, soul-breaking lows. Although I'm grieving, I'm also in glorious awe and thankfulness to God. They say all endings are also beginnings, and healing isn't pretty, but the other side is freaking beautiful." This contrast in their public reactions made fans wonder what was really happening behind the scenes. Internet sleuths soon speculated that the reason for their breakup was that Devon allegedly pushed Meagan to change so much that she lost herself. It might sound crazy, but it begins to make sense when you look at their history. Meagan and Devon first met on the set of the movie Jumping the Broom and hit it off immediately. However, Devon was a pastor, and while Meagan was spiritual, some felt they weren't on the same spiritual wavelength. In this romance saga, most of the compromising fell on Meagan's shoulders. She had to make significant changes to fit Devon's ideal of a preacher's wife. For example, Devon practiced celibacy before they got together, so Meagan had to adopt this lifestyle too, despite it not being her preference. Meagan's career also took a hit. As a preacher's wife, she had to be more selective about her roles to avoid judgment from the public. This meant turning down opportunities that could have elevated her career. Fans speculated that her association with Devon limited her career prospects. So when Katt Williams claims that things are toxic between Jonathan Majors and Meagan Good, it adds another layer to the already complex narrative surrounding their relationship. Whether Katt has receipts to back up his allegations or not, it's clear that the public perception of these relationships is influenced by the broader context of celebrity culture and the pressures it entails. While Meagan was trying to conform to the expectations of a preacher's wife, her career was suffering significant setbacks. Despite all her efforts to fit into Devon's ideal, things never quite clicked in their marriage. To make matters worse, she faced severe bullying and harassment from some church members. The ironic part is that it wasn't as if Meagan didn't believe in God or wasn't religious. She was very spiritual and loved attending church. Unfortunately, many church members did not reciprocate that love. The worst part was that Meagan couldn't defend herself publicly because she had to maintain the image of a good preacher's wife.
When Devon and I got married, I no longer was receiving criticism from just people in the world. I was receiving criticism from people who were Christians. I was kind of like brutal attacks I was getting on my character, on my husband, on different things. So I wasn't ready for that. And I think the first maybe 2.5 years I was married.
If people were willing to shame her publicly, one can only imagine what might have been happening behind closed doors. It's crazy to think that even after making so many changes at Devon's insistence, Meagan still got picked on by the very people who should have welcomed her. Devon did defend her at times to his credit, but it wasn't always enough. There were instances when he wasn't around or couldn't speak up. leaving Meagan to face those insults alone.
I was at the grocery store, and I looked at a newsstand, and I saw you, and you had your breast showing.
I guess not.
Okay, so we're gonna cover up, right?
Wait a minute. No. No. That is not what we're here for. She's not gonna cover up. She's gonna wear what she wanna wear. In the name of Jesus. Amen. Amen.
She not only dealt with this nonsense, but also the challenge of fitting into a new role shaped by her husband. And let's not forget the issue of kids. Meagan had always been upfront about not wanting kids, but the nosy church members from Devon's congregation constantly questioned why the couple hadn't started a family. Their inquiries weren't out of genuine concern, but more to scrutinize her. After the split, Meagan completely transformed into a fierce, independent woman, and everyone noticed how she seemed liberated from the constraints of her marriage. Interestingly, during her marriage, Meagan said she wasn't interested in having kids. However, it turns out that Devon was the one who wasn't keen on parenthood, and she just went along with it. Speaking to Romper in early 2021, she mentioned, "When you say you're not sure you want to be a mom, people look at you like you're a bad person, as if something's wrong with you. But I was never really that girl who said, I can't wait to get married or I can't wait to be a mother."
What do you want next? What is next for Meagan Good in life?
I want to travel. I want to direct more. I want to do more action. I want to create vehicles for little black girls to show themselves in completely different lights and help support that and uplift that. I don't know. I want to find my right house that I'm excited about and maybe have a kid, you know? Yeah.
I just was very much a tomboy, and I started my career so young that I'd always been very business-oriented. And once the divorce was finalized, Meagan started expressing her desire to have kids. Her entire style transformed as well, but the biggest change came when she started dating Jonathan Majors. People were already curious about Meagan's love life post-Devon, but when news broke about her and Jonathan, the internet went wild. If they had gone public a few weeks earlier, fans would have celebrated them as the ultimate couple goals. But they made their relationship official in the midst of Jonathan's legal troubles, turning it into a circus. Meagan was harshly criticized for this, and fans accused Jonathan and his team of using her, a black woman, to clean up the mess he had with his ex, Grace Jabari. According to TMZ, Jonathan and Grace were in a taxi returning home from a Brooklyn bar when she saw him receiving texts from another woman, leading to an argument. TMZ reported that this made Majors angry, and he allegedly grabbed her hand and slapped her. Sources said the alleged victim had visible injuries, including a laceration behind her ear, redness, and marks on her face. In light of all this, Katt Williams' claims about the toxic nature of Jonathan and Meagan's relationship gained more traction. Whether or not Katt has solid proof, the complexities and controversies surrounding Jonathan and Meagan's relationship, combined with their past experiences, paint a picture of significant turmoil. She was taken to a nearby hospital and is reported to be in stable condition, according to police sources. Majors himself called 911 out of concern for his girlfriend, with whom he lives. However, when the police arrived, the girlfriend told a different story, claiming that Majors had attacked her in the cab on their way home from Brooklyn. The patrol officers observed marks on her body and subsequently arrested Majors. Majors faced charges of strangulation, offense, and harassment. His lawyer quickly went on the defensive, releasing a statement asserting Jonathan Majors' complete innocence and suggesting he might be the victim of an altercation. The lawyer stated, "Jonathan Majors is completely innocent and is probably the victim of an altercation with a woman he knows. We are quickly gathering and presenting evidence to the district attorney with the expectation that all charges will be dropped imminently. This evidence includes video footage from the vehicle where the incident occurred, witness testimony from the driver and others who saw and heard the episode, and most importantly, 2 written statements from the woman recanting her allegations." The statement continued, "All the evidence proves that Mr. Majors is entirely innocent and did not offense her whatsoever. Unfortunately, this incident came about because this woman was having an emotional crisis for which she was taken to a hospital yesterday. The NYPD is required to make an arrest in these situations, and this is the only reason Mr. Majors was arrested. We expect these charges to be dropped soon." He was found guilty, and the Manhattan District Attorney released a statement saying, "The evidence presented during this trial demonstrated a cycle of psychological and emotional abuse and escalating patterns of coercion that are far too common in intimate partner violence cases we encounter daily. Today, a jury concluded that this pattern of abuse and coercion culminated in Mr. Majors assaulting and harassing his girlfriend. It appears Katt Williams has been aware of Jonathan Majors' behavior for some time, as he made some unflattering remarks about Majors in his interview with Shannon Sharpe on Club Shay Shay. Meagan Good recently discussed Katt Williams' comments about Jonathan Majors in her interview with Shannon Sharpe.
You an Obama effect with Katt.
Yeah.
What's it like working with Katt on set?
Katt's sweetheart. He's a sweetheart. I seen his interview. He's a sweetheart. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Katt's
But that's what I am gonna say.
What?
I'm sorry, but my man is sexy to me.
Yeah.
Okay, he's very sexy.
Okay.
to me.
I
We
forgot.
just need to be all the way clear on that.
You know what?
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. I forgot all about that.
Katt Williams didn't take kindly to Megan's response and retaliated strongly, spilling some sensational details. Remember how the altercation between Jonathan and Grace began when she discovered he was texting another woman and tried to grab his phone? Here's the juicy part. Katt Williams claims that the woman Jonathan was texting behind Grace's back was allegedly Meagan Good. If this is true, it suggests that Meagan and Jonathan were getting close while he was still involved with Grace. The timeline seems to support Katt's account. Jonathan was arrested in March 2023 for allegedly assaulting Grace, indicating they were still together at that time. This might also explain why Meagan was so staunchly supportive of Jonathan during his trial. However, in April, TMZ reported that Jonathan and Meagan had been seeing each other for a few weeks, stating, "Over the past several weeks, Jonathan and Meagan have grown close and the relationship is fairly new." Katt didn't stop there. He also alleged that Jonathan had already been violent towards Meagan. While it's unclear how accurate these claims are, Katt is warning Meagan to be cautious around Jonathan. Jonathan, however, is enraged and has accused Katt of spreading falsehoods and seeking attention. According to an insider, Jonathan believes that Katt is desperate for clout and has been fabricating stories for notoriety, but he feels that Katt has crossed the line this time. Fans have weighed in on social media. One commented, "What I take from Meagan Good dating Jonathan Majors is that whatever she and her ex had going on in that Christian marriage must have been so bad that she just lost all her marbles." Another added, "Meagan Good knowingly entered a relationship with a man who was already involved and allegedly abusive. She then showed up at every court hearing to support him after playing a role in the breakup of his previous relationship. Meagan Good will never recover from this." It's unfortunate because Meagan was experiencing a career resurgence, and this decision could severely impact her. Jonathan may rebound, but Meagan's fan base might not be as forgiving. Do you believe Jonathan is truly being abusive towards Meagan? Share your thoughts in the comments and check out this next video.